All right, this is going to be a little two-part video here. Doing a little comparison between lens hoods for the Fuji X100 series. I might be getting another X100VI from a friend of mine, and it's black. Usually I've always had the silver ones, so that's why I end up getting a couple of these. And I always liked, on my silver ones, I still have, I like the round lens hoods. I don't like the square ones. So what I did is I have the JJC, and we're going to verse it against the Haoge, I believe how you pronounce it. So, and they're different. So here they are, both of them. They're both black. I'll show you them right here. So you can see, and there's the difference. Okay. So the JJC one we'll start with. It's, if I can focus this in here. It's thicker. Okay. So it's heavier because it's thicker. That's how the front looks. Now they both, quality-wise, they both look the same. This one's heavier though because it's a thicker cap. You know, it comes off. They both, same concept on both. Okay. I'm going to put a filter in. They both accept a full-size 49 filter. I'm going to put in a breakthrough photography filter in because then you can see the main, since this has more thickness to it, when you put the filter in, you have more space between the edge and the filter, which I'll put a filter in both of them to show you. The Haoge one, I think that's how we pronounce it, it's thinner. Okay, so it's lighter. I think I actually look how the front of it kind of looks a little bit better than that. It just depends on what you like. There's that one. Or do you like this one? But weight-wise, the JJC one's heavier. This one's just a thinner, lighter version. Now, you may like, there's less to grip on here when you got to take the hood off. Okay, as opposed to, see how much thicker that is, so you can grab it. So you may like that better, the thicker one, the JJC one, because there's more to grab on this when you need to take the hood off to clean the lens. The filter, in my case, I'll have a filter on there. I'll show you how they both compare to each other, and then I'll stop and I'll put a filter in so you can see the space between. Let me get this to focus. All right. The JJC one, this is a Haoge one. This is, I want to say $18.99, and this is $16.99. So they're basically the same price. Quality-wise, they're both the same. There you go. That's a little bit better. So you see how much thicker this one is compared to this one? Now, I know some people were saying, oh, you got to put an ultra-thin filter, ultra-thin UV filter. Completely wrong. Completely wrong. I've already tested it. I've put a breakthrough photography 49 millimeter, which I use on my Leicas, in here. Full size, fits no problem. So let me stop this. I'll put a filter in, the same filter in each one, and you can see the only difference is how much space you have from the front. This is the JJC. There's my breakthrough photography 49 millimeter full size UV. Let me put this guy on. Okay, so now, once again, it's heavier now because there's more to it. Now you can see you have extra space between the UV filter. All right, let me see if I can get some light in here for you so you can see. There's a lot more extra space. Oh, there you go. Can you see that? See the UV filter? And see how much extra space there is between the lens hood? So, like I say, probably two of the main things is this is bigger. It's a little bit bulkier. But you have the extra thickness here, so it's easier to get this and spin it off. So you can clean your filter here. Since it's, you know, it's deeper inside. But, you know, if you want a little bit less weight on the front of the camera, which I'm probably going to go for the Haoge one, because I want it to be as sleek as possible on the X100. But see, there you go. There's a Haoge. Full size 49mm breakthrough photography filter. Put this guy back on again. Fits perfect. But once again, if for some reason you see, if you can see, there's not, it goes right to where it should. There's no extra space. Where the JJC one has more of a gap. But with the filtering, it's lighter. It's a lot lighter. It's not as bulky as this guy. But if you're grabbing this to take the filter off to clean the UV filter, you know, there's less to grab onto here. So when I get the camera, I'll put them both on the camera. So, you know, with the filter, so we can see, you know, the weight in that, just so I can show you the difference. So in case you're looking at, you know, to get either one. But as of right now, the Haoge's winning because I just love that it's lighter, slimmer. I think I kind of like how the front looks a little bit. See how the front looks? I think that looks a little bit cleaner looking to me. Where this is a little bit more. There you go. It's a little bit more boxy looking or bulky looking. Or that one's just a little cleaner. Definitely this is going to make the front of the camera look a little bit chunkier than this. So we'll see when I get the camera in. But once again, probably the main part though is when you go to take this off to clean your filter, or even if it's just a hood, just to clean the lens on the camera, you have more to grip on the JJC. See? Since it's thicker and the thickness is in the, the front of the hood, as opposed to this guy's a lot thinner. But I like it being thin. That's pretty sleek. All right. So special thanks to my friend Sam, because look at this beautiful X100VI. Look how clean it is. It's literally brand new. It has 300 shots when you look at the shot counter. All right, so let me show you these lens hoods. This is the JJC. And it can tell you already, it's just, there's no filter in it. I just wanted to put them on real quick so you can see them. It's just bulky. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now, if I had no other choice, yeah, it would work. But let me spin this off real quick. Let me put the JJC one, or no, that was a JJC. And this is the Haoge. Ready? Look at that. So much better. And the filter, remember the 49mm filter fits on this. You don't need a slim. My breakthrough photography 49mm filter fits on here. But look at that. Look how much nicer that looks. It's just compact. It's clean looking. Let me go back to the other one. So this is the Haoge, and they're both like $16 or $18. So price isn't a factor. And when you put this guy on, see, it's just heavier now, a little bit in the front, because it's got a little bit more weight to it. The only thing is it's thicker here, so maybe you would like that in case you can take the, the ring off. Just kind of chunkier, bulky looking. Camera looks a little, doesn't look horrible. If this is all I had, I could live with it, but you don't realize. Go back real quick. Put the Haoge, is that how we say it? I can't remember how we say this thing. Look at that. See? It's just slimmer, sleeker. It looks correct on the camera. It doesn't look like an add-on. So yeah, JJC will be going back. get my $18 back or $16, whatever it was, right here. And myself personally, I like the round lens hoods because now before, when I had my other X100s, I wouldn't even use a UV filter. That's why I really like the round lens hoods, because it would protect the front of the glass when I would shoot at events. But now I really, really like the Breakthrough Photography UV filters on this, no matter what, because now it's completely protected. But I prefer these round ones because they're protected. You know, if I'm in a crowd, because I've shot like punk rock shows, you know, imagine a punk rock show with a pole dancer also. So the whole crowd is crazy and I'm in the middle trying to shoot my friends who are performing dancing, and then there's a band comes out, and it's just that I need, even though it's a small camera, I need the lens protected all the time, and you know, sometimes beer's flying. That's why I want a UV filter again in the front. But yeah, so the ultimate winner for the round lens hood. But doesn't this thing look amazing in black? It's the first time I ever had an X100 in black, and it's just, man, it's so much. I really digging it in black. All right. So maybe that'll help somebody. Later.